Welcome to this video. Yeah, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to connect your Serlzo to your WordPress website. Okay, how to connect your Serlzo to your WordPress website. This is behind the hood of a WordPress account, right? Let me show you, right? And this is a page. Let me show you this other screen of a landing page I built with Thrive Architect on WordPress. So it could be Elementor, it could be any other page builder, really. It really doesn't matter actually. Okay. Now, let's get back to it. Yeah. So, how do I connect it? Business owners would always want to find a way to be able to generate leads from their own existing website and still connect it to Salesforce. And this is where the form feature becomes powerfully interesting. So I'm going to create a new form and I'm going to call it my customers form. Okay. And on the form section here, you could see that we have two types of form. One is the lead generation form and one is the sales form, which will of course rename shortly to customizable form. What this means is that you can customize the second form by adding more fields to it. You can add as many fields as you want and it will keep going and going and going. All right. Now, also, you can just focus on using the lead form, which has basically the full name, email, and WhatsApp number. And you can decide to, hide out any of these fields if you want, but we don't actually recommend that, especially if you are driving leads. Always collect these three information. And then what we want to do is we want to select a list that these leads will be stored in. And we have to create a list. Here already, I'm going to select my customer lists. All right. And then that's the list I wanted to save my contacts in. Then I scroll down here. I'm going to see CTA tag. Let's call this complete registration. And then I can pick the color of my CTA. That's the button. For example, this button here is called CTA. Okay. Um, so if I want the button to be this blue, that's the blue here, it will be this blue. If I want it to be red or whatever color I want, I'm going to pick green because the page you're going to put this is a green page. I should pick a contrast, right? It should be red rather. So we have a contrast on the page. And then I click on create form. Now, there is something interesting I forgot to mention, which I want to show you. Now, inside this form, look at the form we created now, my customer form. If I click on the three-dotted icon, I can click on edit to edit it. Now, why editing it? Now, watch carefully on this screen. There is this instruction here that says toggle to redirect URL to send leads after form is filled. That means if I turn this on, I'll be able to redirect my leads to another page. Okay, to another page after they have filled the form. For me, I want to redirect them to Serlzo homepage. So you just put the link to your thank you page or whichever page it is. Remember, our customer list is what we selected. And then I click on edit form to update it. Now that I've updated it, I would have to click on these three dotted icons and click on embed code. Okay. Now the embed code would generate a code that we can use to embed this form on our WordPress website or any other website. All right, even if it's not any other website at all. So I've copied it, then I head over to my WordPress website. In this case, I'm using Thrive Architect. It's going to be exactly the same process for any other page editor you are using, even if it is Elementor. For Elementor, you just need to find out where the custom HTML tag is absolutely the same. All right. So I'll click on this add element and I'll scroll down to custom HTML, or you can easily just type custom HTML. You'll see this guy right here. All I need to do is to drag it to where I want it to be. For example, I want it to be here, and then I will paste my code and click on save. Now it's going to load up my form directly inside this place. You can see my CTA was red color I chose, and that's it. It enters, it works perfectly fine. However, if you want to load it on a modder, for example, on this page, I'm using a modder. I say click to join list so that when they click on it, the form shows. I need to just click on this button that is triggering the form for Thrive Architect users. Same applies for Elementor. If you already use any of these tools, you should know where to find these things. All are just the same. And if you notice, I have animation and action for this button. All I need to do is to click on edit. I'll see the light box on Thrive. It's called light box. I click on edit light box. And then it brings me to this page where I edit the light box. Remember, I want this light box to load up and show me a form. So this is an existing form here that was already linked before that is currently redirecting to DFY webinar. Okay, I have to add that so that this works. Now I click on add element, type for custom HTML again, drag it in here, and then paste it and click on save. And then my form appears. So I can actually now delete this brother here and then leave the rest like that and click on save. Now it has saved my work. Has it? Yes, it has. It's because it's showing that pop up. Yep. And then I come back to this other page where I have done the magic. Of course, apply and save again. So the form code can be applied as a form on the page or as a modal, MODAL, or lightbox in this case. Okay, now I've done all of this. Let's test out this page and see how it looks like. So I'm just going to click on save and preview. Let's preview it together. It's loading. Loaded. So what do we need to do? We need to it's funny to note that I built this in 2022. That's very serious. So but let's click on join list. Okay, the page is still loading. However, let's give it some time, please. Still loading. I'm sure my network is a bit slow. Let's test run it now. This is the page. Click on view list, and then the form comes up, and then we fill the form. Let's fill it with something cool. I don't like this autofill, really. So annoying. Well, let's fill it and then we go do it. Now we have filled the form, and then it is time for us to complete registration. Now remember when we said fill this form, we said it should redirect us back to Serlzo homepage, right? So let's see if that happens. Sorry guys, I have a bit of a very terrible network as at the time of recording this video, but I really sincerely apologize for the lag in network. It's a bit rainy here as at the time of recording this. Viola, and there we go. Submitted and redirected us to where we wanted it to redirect us to. So now let's confirm if this information was stored to the list that we wanted it to store. And then let's now confirm all of that. So I'll go back to my list. And then my contacts, this is the list I say you should save it to. Click on this icon, click on view list. And then I can see super user and then that information. Okay, so the list now correctly updated with the record that is submitted on my form. And this is exactly how you can connect your Serlzo to your WordPress site. Thank you, and see you in the next one.